Happy New Year! And thanks for joining us on the wind down.
Tonight, it is me, Breezy J.
And your girl, Miss Leah, of course.
And we are definitely here for y'all for the last show of the year.
The last show of the year. We made it!
2015 is basically almost a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Exactly.
Just
just 2 more days, and we'll be bringing in the new year. We want y'all to be safe this New Year's Eve.
Absolutely.
Drink responsibly. Have those DDs in your back pocket, ready to designated driver for the one who obviously be drinking and fucking driving. She didn't even know what the damn GD term was for.
I drink and stay home on the New Year.
Oh, okay. Then that's a different story. Okay. Or somebody chauffeuring a sister. All right.
Uber, Lyft.
Yes, they have definitely. Yeah, you know what? That's a good thing that you brought that up, because definitely, if you don't have friends who are, trustworthy,
if all your friends gonna be turned like you.
Definitely hit up Uber or Lyft. Yes, definitely. Exactly. Now, we want to make sure that y'all hit us on Facebook and Instagram. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Absolutely. Wind Down Wednesdays. Join our group on Facebook, The Wind Down.
And that is where you kind of get up to the minute conversation. You can interact with us during the show. We can interact with you guys. Yes. So definitely, if you have not joined the group, join the group.
Hit us up. Yes, exactly. And join the conversation.
Absolutely.
So tonight, since we're, bringing in the new year, we thought that
rounding out the year
because we're bringing in yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. So we definitely want to kind of discuss regrets and resolutions.
All right.
So, I didn't want to, we didn't want to just focus on resolutions because, for one, those are things that we feel you should set throughout the year.
Oh, absolutely.
And two, we just feel like the end of the year is kind of a time, or the beginning of the year is kind of a time to reflect on how the previous year went, or how the year that you're currently in went, and things that you want to do to kind of change it. Mm-hmm. So we just thought that regrets and resolutions was absolutely perfect.
They go hand in hand.
Yes, was perfect for tonight's show.
Absolutely.
So, first of all, let's get into our wine of the day. Yes. We have our little prop on top of it. Yes, it is hiding from you guys, but we're going to go ahead and show you. It's a Riesling, correct?
It is a blend of Chardonnay, Riesling, and Pinot Grigio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I'm definitely excited to try that. Yeah. Y'all go ahead and grab y'all glasses, grab y'all bottles of wine, and join us right here for the Wind Down.
Absolutely.
Because it's definitely gonna be a good one.
Absolutely.
So, how do you feel about regrets? Or is there such thing? Do you because some people don't believe in regrets, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, I live my life to the fullest every single day. I don't regret anything. So how do you feel about regrets? Is there such thing?
I think there are such things as regrets. I believe that everything kind of happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. However, you in life, you make choices, and sometimes, though you might learn significant lessons from those choices, sometimes you might not. If you could go turn back the hands of time, you might not make those same choices.
Exactly.
So I definitely think that regrets exist.
Yes.
Do I have any regrets? I'm not sure if you asked me that, but that's the question I heard in my head.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, that was going to be the next question. Whether or not you had any regrets, thus far since turning 30. Like, have you noticed any regrets?
I don't think I have any regrets, like, as of turning 30.
Okay.
I don't have any year of 2015 regrets.
Okay.
But there are definitely life choices that I've made that I'm like, I've gained lessons from them. They were big choices, and I learned big lessons. Mm-hmm. And there are, things that I would change if I could.
Yes.
But in year 2015,
not too many
regrets. Mm-hmm. Hasn't been the best year.
Okay.
But, I don't have any regrets as far as, changing the way
things happen.
Things happen. Like, a lot of things happen out of my control this year,
So what can you, really regret about that?
I can't regret that. Like, I can't change that. I think you regret things that you regret choices.
Yeah, that you made.
Choices that you made on behalf of yourself or because of somebody else or whatever. But I think you regret choices, and nothing that has transpired this year that I've chose to do, I would regret.
Okay. So. Well, going back to the, first question, we're going to kind of go, touch bases on both questions. But to me, yes, there is a such thing as regrets.
Absolutely.
I do believe in regrets. I believe that is also a part of learning and a part of growing. That, not. I think it's a stigma on regrets that it's like as if you like, oh man, I'm down, I'm a downer, I missed out on something. Yeah. Whereas me, I take regrets as kind of like a learning lesson. You know what I mean? Like I didn't do it. It's never too late. And I think that's really what it's about. For me, like just hopping onto the do I regret something or anything question. Yes. Excuse me. Yes, I would have to say, and not necessarily like you say in the year 2015 or since I've turned 30, but now that I am 30, looking back on some of the choices that I made as a youngster.
Right. Your perspective. And y'all, she called me grandma a little earlier, and
I just straight up said youngster. Exactly. Okay. Well, when I was younger, I definitely did have quite a few regrets.
I don't know why that's so
that
funny.
Is a grandma term.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it is. I've realized since recently I've gone back to college. And oh my gosh, it has been like so trying. Before I started, I had said to myself, you know what, I think God kind of like put me in a direction to kind of get out of school and to raise my children.
Absolutely.
And then and now that they're 10 and 6, I feel like I have a little bit more leeway to kind of break away a little bit and do some things for myself, like going back to school and getting the education. And that was before I started going back. But then once I got back into it,
Lord, why did you do this?
Lord, P.O.P. hold it down. But I was just like, what was I thinking? It's totally hard. But at the same token, I am so glad that I went back.
So close.
Because I actually started going back just to do some extracurricular things. I felt like I was, kind of sitting around, wasn't really doing too much with my time. And I just started reflecting on things. And I was like, you know what? Like, you only got one life to live, So instead of wasting time sitting in the house or sitting around, maybe you could do something to progress yourself. Maybe, get a better education or something. So I did not plan to go back to actually pursue a degree.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to do like interior decorating. I wanted to do a bit of culinary class. I wanted to do go to a tech school, maybe learn sewing or home ec type of things. I wanted to do something that kind of would just stimulate my brain, keep me going. Not necessarily to learn math, science, and English all over again. But when I sat and talked to the advisor and she told me how close I was to finishing, why would I spend extra? Exactly. Why would I spend this money to get extra, curricular education when I can put it towards something that I can then take and get a job?
Get money and job
that I can transfer into something else. And I recall at one point in my life when I was younger, when I stopped going to school, for one, I had gotten pregnant. I could have very easily went back to school while I was raising my young son, but I had gotten a job with the government at 20 years old, and I was just like, oh shoot, I don't know too many 20-year-olds that's in the government making, at the time I was probably making $28,000, but for a 20-year-old to be making $28,000 with a small child, I was cool. I mean, y'all, just to give you a picture, my check was probably like $720 something every 2 weeks.
Really?
That alone, that probably pays for your car note and your car insurance, and maybe,
if you're lucky,
maybe your cell phone bill, if you're lucky, right? So I'm like, dang, I couldn't imagine going back to that. But at that time, it was perfect for me. So I thought that I was good with leaving school. But it wasn't until I literally once I turned 29 and getting ready to, get into my 30s, I started realizing like I could have probably been so much further in life had I stayed in school back then and got my degree back then. For real, I would have 9 times out of 10 had a master's by now.
Yeah.
Maybe working on a PhD. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like you look at things like that, and you know, you kind of regret it, but then again, you do things to make up for it.
Right. Exactly.
Going back to school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of
So,
fixing the situation.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so you regret kind of not doing it earlier.
Yeah.
But
now I'm doing. So
I'm gonna still do it.
Situation, like, because so I know you weren't really, you know, able to pinpoint a regret in 2015. But what is something that you can think of, I guess, back in high school or middle school that you didn't do that is now affecting your adulthood? Because I think that's important for some of our younger viewers to also take into consideration, that life is just not about right now, today.
Exactly. Honestly, for me, it would probably be the college thing as well.
Okay.
You know, I started but didn't finish. Didn't kind of know what I wanted to do and things like that. You know, once I figured it out, you know, I too, a few years out of school, got pregnant, and you know, just had to figure out how to deal with the now.
Yeah.
You know, school wasn't an option. But you know, I lost my job when I was pregnant, so I'm like, okay, now is the time to do something else. So I got back into school and stuff like that. So yes, I think that kind of would be the same situation for me. Like, I would have gone to college, gone straight from high school to college. Yeah. That is a regret. Yes. I regret that. I regret not being able to have the experience. You know, I've had friends who have gone and, you know, have had the whole experience, and, you know, pledging sororities and all kinds of things like that. And, you know, there are, not that I have not met and built awesome relationships and friendships in high school, but college is kind of like
your adulthood.
College is your adulthood, and it's a step beyond that.
Beyond, you know, just that teenage.
It's a step beyond that. So, you know, I have awesome friends, you know, lifelong friends that I have had from high school. But college is an addition to that. Yes. You know, and not going to a traditional 4-year college and not going straight out of high school, you know, I missed I feel like I missed a lot of that opportunity. So I regret that. But now, in hindsight, you know, I can't change what was. I can't change any of that. I can only kind of work it into now. Exactly. So, you know, overall, you know, I've missed the experiences of traditional college and you know, building those relationships and pledging a sorority or whatever. But I can still now work toward the degree.
Getting it now.
Now, it is such a struggle. I am not a student.
And that's why I think that it was good for us to have this conversation. Because I think it's so important to go directly out of high school to college. It's a reason why we only have a certain amount of we only have a certain amount of time that we break. Even when you're in college, you only get a few weeks in between semesters. You don't get no, you know, months. Yeah. You only get a few weeks in between semesters because you have to keep your brain stimulated. You got to keep that information going in your brain and add to it in order for it to be retained and then to learn more. Yeah. You know,
go to college, y'all.
Yes, please go to college.
Straight out of high school. Yes. Anybody young, especially now, like before, back in our day. Yes. High school, you know, your high school diploma was the big thing. But you know, we pushed going to college. It's like, now you gotta have a bachelor's,
not even associates. It's like they're overlooking associates.
Exactly.
You have to have a bachelor's or better. You know what I'm saying? So, and speaking of regrets, dealing kind of sort of with the college aspect, what I think kind of geared me to kind of get away from that and then get pregnant is boys. I think gosh, boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that
relationships.
We let relationships get in the way of the now and not thinking about, you know, our future. Because I sure enough, you know, had a boyfriend, got out of college because, you know, back then SATs was like a major thing. And if your SATs weren't at a particular level, certain colleges and universities would allow you to come there to do like a summer program so that you can then enter their college. Right. So I kind of went through that program. It was probably like an 8-week program. I got through 6 weeks of it. Like, this is just foolishness. Okay. What I'm about to tell you is just foolishness. It was, I got through about 6 weeks of it. And then I said, you know what? I don't really need to go through this. What made my opinion about that, or what made me make that decision, was I talked to an advisor, at Bowie State University at the time. That's where I was going. And they had informed me that because I was in that program, I could only get like 12 credits for the entire semester. In order for you to go on to the next, to be a sophomore, you have to have 15 credits each semester in order, or each year in order, is it semester? I think it is.
Semester.
Yes, to go towards, to go to the next thing. So I was like, hold on, you mean to tell me I can only take 12 and then I got to pay extra money to go to college during the winter or the summer in order to catch up with my classmates? The whole purpose of me going to college was, at the time, I wasn't thinking about the whole education aspect of it. I wanted to be with my homegirls, and we were planning on joining a sorority together. Okay. And when I dropped out, basically, when I left the 8-week program at 6 weeks in, that dropped all of that. Like, there was no more getting into a sorority. My idea was to go to PG, a community college, and get my education there and then transfer. But then while I was at PG, of course, that's when I got pregnant. And so everything happened to make me believe that was the best decision, when really I was just searching for excuses not to go. You know what I mean? So I think it's also important to know that regardless, your relationship is going to be there if that's
it should person. Be there if it's if that's the person and it's strong. Yeah, despite your choices. Yeah, I've seen people like really throw away opportunity for a man or a woman of a relationship, and if that person is really for you, I mean, and you're still very, very young at that point, but if that person is there for you, they're gonna want what's best for you, and 19-year-old minds don't really think like that. No, most of the time. But yeah, I mean, if it's for you, it'll be there. Exactly. It'll be there. Exactly. It'll be there.
Yeah. So now I think we kind of touched on this. We have here where we kind of want to talk about, if you had any regrets, like kind of, would you go back and change them? Like, would you go back? So we've talked about the regrets that we've had, which is going to, not going to college, not really going to college, or allowing relationships to hinder us from, progressing in that aspect. Would you go back and change it, or would you just keep it the same and like, you know what, I'm in school now, I'm trying to get my education now, so I'm gonna keep moving forward? There was actually a game, and that's what kind of this question stemmed from. I had actually played like a family game, adult family game, and one of the questions was, would you basically, like, would you take all the information you know now and go back, start life all over again and live to 60, or would you take everything you know now and then be able to live to 100? So, you know what I mean?
I would take everything that I learned now and live to 100. I think that, even though there are things that I would change, if I could go back, decisions that I made, and not just the education aspect, yes, but there are other life things that have happened that I'd be like, you know what, I wouldn't be stupid. Exactly. Like, I don't think that I probably wouldn't have done that yes. if I knew differently. But I think with every kind of regret or less, like, there's a lesson behind it. There's a lesson learned. And I think that you sometimes have to go through situations, go through sticky situations and make choices and kind of get the lesson from it. And then you have to be able to have the opportunity to reflect. Yes. To see.
Because that's the way you learn from it.
Exactly. To get that learning experience, to see how you would do things differently. Right. So I wouldn't go back and change everything, because I probably wouldn't. Like, the lessons make you, the lessons is what helps you build your wisdom.
Question was, you're taking everything that you know now. So basically, taking from everything that I know now, I'm already intelligent enough to know that these are the steps I need. These are the steps I need to go in. And live
to 60, but not, or the second question.
So basically, you know everything you know now,
right? To
me, it sounded like your thing was, I'm not going to do it because the regrets that I have are lessons that I've learned. You've went through those regrets. You've learned those lessons. You're able to take that with you back to infancy and live life all over again to 60.
To 60, right. Or the question was...
Or would you, from now to 100, would you take everything you know now and just continue to live
everything life? I know now and continue? I don't want to...
Start over.
No, I'm not going to start over. Like, everything I know now, and that's what I was getting to. Like, everything that I know now, like, I've learned a lot of those lessons, so now going forward, I know what to do. I know what certain things I know the signs of certain things.
And
I
how to
know
handle
what
them.
exactly. So I would go forward and
with that, with the knowledge that you have now.
I don't want to go back. Right.
Okay. Well, on that note, I'll answer that question when we come back. But right now we have to take a commercial break. So be sure to stay right here on WTTSradio.com. We'll be right back.
Hey, and welcome back to the Wind Down. Thank you guys for continuing to join us. Be sure that you are checking us out on Wind Down Wednesdays on Facebook and Instagram. We also have a Facebook page called Facebook group called The Wind Down. Make sure you guys add that to stay up on the discussion as we air.
Yes.
All that jazz. And also check out the station's Facebook and Instagram pages at WTTSradio.com.
Yes.
So we want to continue the conversation.
Yes.
Regret? Do we want to continue the conversation on regret, or do we want to jump to resolution?
Well, I want to touch on I think our last topic that we were talking about was if you had a chance to go back and change something.
Your
we kind of touched on if you're just joining us, I had asked Miss Leah if she could take all the knowledge that she had now at 30 and start life over from infancy and then live to 60, or if she could take everything that she knows now and then live from now until 100. And she chose to live from now to
100.
Yes.
With all my life lessons.
Exactly.
And
keep it moving. And I agree with her on that. I too would do the same thing. I feel like, to take everything that I know now to 100, I have a good 70 more years to make it work. Exactly. Whereas if I start over from infancy, you could say 60 years, but really, come on now. Let's take it from really when you graduate high school. Yes. So you got a good 42 years that you're able to take all of these life lessons that you learn and put them into action. Yeah, you know them at infancy, you know them at 2 and 3, but really, how are you using them? You know what I mean? You out there playing with your good girlfriends and your friends and mud pies. You got good girlfriends at 3. You know what I'm saying? Spilling tea all on your diapers, like.
Crazy.
So, I definitely agree. I would take all of my life lessons and take them until I am 100 years old and live my life to the fullest.
And then you might have grandkids.
Yep, that I can then share that information with. And then, I'm not going to be no crippled 100-year-old, because I'm going to be in the gym, working my ass off, eating right, because I know I got 70 more years to live. So I got to get it together. But yes, I totally agree with that. I definitely agree with that. So now that we've kind of, gotten onto that, let's hop onto some resolutions.
Resolutions. What people tend to do at the beginning of every year.
What are some resolutions that you've made in the past, and have they been met?
I have made resolutions in the past. I haven't made any resolutions lately because I feel like I am a constant work in progress, and I'm always trying to meet a new goal or push myself to do something better.
As Geminis, I think we kind of set weekly goals
always,
in life. It's always something new.
It's always a new goal.
That we can think of.
Something that, I'm trying to do.
The whole split personality kind of keeps us on our toes at all times. We're never bored. And if we are bored, we always think of something else.
It's always something else. Something else, like something else to push toward. I don't always speak on what it is that I'm trying to do. Sometimes
I want you to see me.
Things just happen, and if you're like, oh,
I want you to hear me. I want you to see me coming.
Right? I don't know what you was trying to do that. So I have made resolutions like in the past to get in shape or to get my finances in order. And that's kind of like one resolution that I have, just to get all my ducks in a row.
Exactly.
Because some ducks over here, some ducks over there. I kind of want to bring them all back.
Bring
them all back together.
Yes.
You know
what I mean?
But this is not something that I'm like, okay, January 1st, 2016, this is what I'm going to do. It's a constant work in progress.
And it has to be done at this
And it has to be done. Exactly. It's a constant work in progress. It's something that I'm always trying to strive toward. I'm always, like I said, trying to be better. It sounds so cliche. Yeah. But just trying to be better as best as I can every single day. Yes. So
you set more so goals than resolutions. I set
goals, right, and not resolutions. But the resolutions that I have set in the past have been to lose weight.
Yes.
Or, something something to that effect. Okay. You know, I haven't set a resolution in a long time because I think people get pumped about the new year and new year, new me. Yes. And
leaving all the bullshit in 2015.
Do y'all know it ain't nothing but a roll of the clock?
Hello.
It ain't nothing but
a clock bullshit that you fell asleep with on December 31st at 11:59 p.m.
And you gonna wake up
same bullshit you woke up on January 1st, 2016.
The calendar year change does not mean your situation automatically changes. Exactly. Does not mean the foolishness goes away. Exactly. Does not mean that your mentality changes because the year on the calendar has changed or the clock rolled over. It doesn't.
I think it just gives people a reason or an excuse to kind of speak on goals or resolutions that they have, but I think it's more important to actually go through with it.
Right. And it's kind of like the new year, I think, is a motivator. Yeah. The new year serves as a motivator, but like I said, for me, it is just a flip of a page on the calendar. Mm-hmm. Nothing spectacular happens. Like, you know, we were all expecting this big thing to happen from 1999 to 2000. Like, Millennium. No, nothing happened.
I was scared. Like, I stayed the night over my best friend Shantae house, and I kind of felt like,
what if I never see my family again?
Girl, I was like, how selfish am I to be spending the night with your ass? And I got family members at home. You know, I got 3 brothers at home, a sister at home, a mother and a father, nieces and nephews that I could be
spending. This is gonna be the end.
Yes, but right. I asked, can I stay one extra night? And it's like,
if I'm going out with Shantae.
Girl, do you know what my mother did? We had the whole back porch was filled with gallons of water. We thought the water get your We thought that the power was going to go out. We had candles galore. Yeah, they thought that, you know, they didn't know. Just in case y'all weren't available at that time. Y'all were babies. You know what I'm saying? It is 2015. Some of y'all were just newborns. Exactly. So for y'all youngsters that you know wasn't here back then, or wasn't, you know, aware of what was going on, they didn't know what was going to happen when the clock set to or the calendar set to 2000.
Exactly. Triple zero.
0. Yes, exactly.
Or double zero.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that, you know, was a big thing. But some resolutions that I have set in the past and I've actually met kind of goes back to some of the regrets. You know, going back to school. Mm-hmm. I actually went back to school. I have one more class. That was a resolution for
the year.
Yep. Okay. No, that's the thing. Like we just discussed, I kind of set goals or resolutions throughout the year. Mm-hmm. I have not, like in your situation, I can't recall a year in December where I said, okay, you know what? I used to actually write my resolutions down. Really? And I don't think I've done that since like high school. Mm. So it's been quite some years. Yes. That since I've, you know, actually written down resolutions. So what I do is I try to do vision boards. I try to, you know, set goals for myself throughout the year. And that was one of them that I had kind of set, if you want to call it a resolution. You know, I've set resolutions to lose weight. That shit ain't happen.
Like, you know what? And I want to get healthy, but I love food.
Yes. Wait. I know you. Yes, that's your thing. To the point, y'all, Leah don't even drink. I done went to fuck Miss Leah. She don't even drink drinks while she eating because she don't want to get full off of the drink before she gets full off of food.
Put me out there. Yeah.
But she loves food. No. And that's a for sure way to get your money's worth.
I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, look at her. You know what I'm saying? She's not this obese thing. So
I do have love handles. Yeah, we had this conversation.
We both do. And I believe that came from children. I don't think that it just came from food. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Shayana. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
blame them babies.
Blame them babies. But you know what? I wouldn't change every stretch mark in the world. I wouldn't change it for my babies. So, you know, I definitely agree with the whole weight loss thing. Didn't really do that. And just bettering myself, you know what I'm saying? Becoming a better me, a better person. Because sometimes I think we get caught up in trying to be better for everybody else. Yep. Then you end up, you know, questioning yourself. Like, why wasn't I enough? When really you were enough. It's just something was wrong with that person. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, I've definitely made some resolutions and, you know, set them as well.
So will you be making any resolutions in 2016? going into 2016?
No.
No resolutions?
And I only say that because I right now I keep saying school, but my main focus is school. So if I could just, and I don't finish until May of 2016, which we're basically halfway into the year, that is my main focus right now, finishing school. And I also do it to show my children that this is definitely something that's important. I don't want them to go through life thinking that, once I get out of high school, I'm good. I can, just do what my mother did and start working. No, do everything that you want to now to set your future up. So I wholeheartedly, now me and their father have kind of a different perspective on college and university. His thing is, he went to school and got his degree, but he's paying for it. But like I told him, if you go about it the right way, scholarships can definitely pay for your kid. Like, y'all have no idea how many scholarships. I guarantee it's a scholarship out here for freckles. Like, just because you got freckles on your fucking face, or because you're Latino, or because you're African American, or because a limb is shorter than the other. Like, they have literally. I'm turned, but no, like seriously, no, they literally have. They literally have a scholarship for things that you wouldn't even think about, and even if it's just a $300 or $2,500 scholarship, they add up. Like, just because you got one scholarship doesn't necessarily mean you can't get a plethora of them.
Right.
So I think it's very important for me to show them that this is something that's very important to me, and that's something that I actually follow through with.
So no resolutions.
No resolutions just yet. Okay. So holla at me in 2 more days and see how I'm feeling.
Check her on New Year's.
Check out the Wind Down on Facebook, and I'll let y'all know.
New Year's, exactly, and see if she done posted her resolution.
Exactly. So how about you? You got any upcoming resolutions? You only got a few days left now.
I know, and I haven't figured it out yet. Like, I do know I have an overall goal for the year, because there is a goal for the year to set me up for 2017.
There you go.
So, I guess if that is a resolution, then that's just what it is. My goal for 2017 is to purchase a house.
Okay.
So, I want to make sure that I'm set up
in 2016
year to do that. So I guess that would be a resolution. I haven't set one of those in a long time, but it's something that I'm actively doing now.
See, so that's what I'm saying. That's exactly why I say it ain't something that I'm gonna say that I'm gonna do come January 1st.
January 1st, bam.
I'm starting it. I've been started in 2015.
Exactly. It's something that it's something that I've started now, and will roll over into 2016, and I just have to keep it going.
Yes.
So but I guess the resolution would be to hone in on that focus and make sure that I am, by the end of 2016, I am where I should be, or as close to where I should be, as
exactly
as closest to where I need to be.
Yes. So. And we want to hear from y'all. Hit us up on the Wind Down, our group on Facebook. Also hit us up on Wind Down Wednesdays, Facebook and Instagram, and let us know, what are y'all resolutions for 2016? What are y'all regrets for 2015?
If any. Like, some people say don't have regrets.
Yeah.
I think that,
and that's kind of going back to the regrets. Yeah.
It's okay. I think it's once you learn the lesson, and you're able to reflect, people are like, I wouldn't change that. There are some things that I would change.
Yes.
I think it's okay to have
very few.
Okay.
But
right, exactly. Because I think if I changed a whole bunch of stuff, my life wouldn't be
what it is.
I wouldn't have learned what it is.
I might not have the kids I have. Exactly. I might not have the man I have. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's just certain things.
I think sometimes regretting something, right? It's okay.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to regret it and dwell on it and just be like, oh, ugh.
Exactly. I can't believe I did that.
It is what it is.
Yes. So I mean, yes, it's kind of like, the whole lesson behind this is that it's okay to regret. Mm-hmm. It's okay to have resolutions. It's okay not to have resolutions. It's okay not to regret. But whatever stage you're in, or whatever you're going through in life, to just make sure that you're living life to the fullest, that whatever you're doing today is setting you up for a better tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Because I think that's kind of what resolutions are about. Like, what are resolutions to you? Like, what are they? Because I know to you, like, in a kind of sort of, you say goals, throughout the year. But for those who set resolutions at the beginning of the year, what do you think that means for them? If they're not constantly setting goals throughout the year, why would a person set it in January 1 to set them up throughout the rest of the year?
I mean, it kind of to get themselves on track. I would think,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not constantly setting goals
Or
like
motivation.
this or motivation, exactly. This is the point for them to do that. So, people think of the new year, as I guess a new
start.
A new page in that book, and setting the resolution can kind of be the setup to write the story of how their life plays out for that year.
And it's funny you say that, because I've always said that my year is May 26th. My new year is on May 26th. That's when I start a new year, because that's my, that's my birthday. That's the time that I feel like I'm able to reflect on the year that I previously had, and what I can do to better myself or to better my life, my family, and things of that nature. Like I take holidays and I kind of put them in my own perspective. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed on Facebook, like DJ's birthday and Shy birthday, those are my Labor Days. Like, the days when we celebrate Labor Day in September or something like that. I celebrate Labor Day in September, August, and April, because it's like, those are the days that I actually went into labor. I worked hard to bring children into this world. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, that Labor Day should just be designated to September. Your Labor Day, may have been in September.
Your literal Labor Day.
Because you had your child in September.
But Labor Day, baby.
Yeah. So I think it's all about perspective. We back on perspective this week, ain't we? Everything is all about perspective. So I definitely I believe that resolutions for people are a new start. If they're not setting goals throughout the year, I believe New Year's is a time for them to reflect, to kind of look at how their life has gone and where they're trying to go and how they can get it to, where they want to be. So I definitely believe in resolutions. Just because I don't necessarily set them every year, it doesn't mean that I don't believe in them. Any type of motivation to do better, I'm all for it. Yes, I am all for that.
Forward progression.
Yes, there you go. With your forward progression.
I'm all about it.
Yes, exactly. Excuse me, I'm all tongue tied, getting tipsy off the wine. But I kind of want to jump into the wind down.
So what you got today?
Which is basically, discussing the importance of living for today. Trying to live for today so that you have as minimal regrets as possible later on in life. I think that's a good thing to kind of wrap up everything that's going on, or in this particular conversation, because you'll have, I think, in life, when you're in middle school and high school, you have more regrets because of the fact that you don't know necessarily how to live your life, right? You're learning, you know what I'm saying? But once you get to a certain age, when you're an adult, I feel like you should start definitely living for today, living for now, doing things that make you happy, not living for anybody else, not doing things that make other people happy, because at the end of the day, really, what is that doing for you? Right. So I think it's very important that we live in the moment. Live in the moment, and then maybe you'll have as minimal regrets as possible. Like, does that kind of make sense? Like, and as far as resolutions, my thing is, set those goals, set those resolutions throughout the year, so that you're setting it's very hard to kind of make a goal for 2017 and crunch everything in 2016. Start now. Right. Start right now, which is what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You've been setting yourself up to be able to buy that house in 2017.
Right. It's you have to plan ahead. And you can't say, oh, January 1st, 2016, whole new whatever. Exactly. If you are not prepared to take the steps, or if you haven't even thought, like, you might set the resolution on the 1st, but you haven't thought through the steps. So if your resolution is hard,
so what are some steps that you could put out there for people to kind of help them?
All depends on what your resolution is. You have to plan for this. You can't.
So that's the first step.
Planning. I mean, planning for it, thinking it
through, and then actually
you think it through, and then you plan.
Well, I guess you have the idea. You get the idea of what it is that you want to do. You plan through it, or you work through it. Get the ideas together of how to bring it to fruition, and then the hard part starts, which is where you start doing the work. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? If your resolution is to lose weight, you got to actually get to the point where you're like, I'm gonna get up and go to the gym. You have to know that, okay, I have to make a change. I do have to eat better.
Right.
I do need to get up and go to the gym, or else you're not gonna do it.
I think people struggle because they set the goal on, like, they set the goal. So if your goal is to lose weight,
yes,
you set the goal on the first. But then, like, thinking about how you're gonna do it, what steps you're gonna take to do it, like, that comes later. And by the time it's actually time to actually do the work,
yes,
you're tired.
Yes.
Like, you don't want to do it anymore. You're not motivated. As I think that if you think about what you want to do at the end of the year, if you want to set this goal for the year, at the end of the year, you start putting the plan into action. You think about what it is that you want to do. You think about how it is that you want to do it. And then on the first, you put that plan into action. It's easier to keep up with it instead of presenting the idea on the first and then doing the groundwork.
Because by the time you get to the first, or the third step, it's freaking September, and it's like, and
what you think
my resolutions is about to be the same thing next year.
Some resolutions don't even get that far.
Yes, they automatically quit after the first 30 days.
It's the first, you'll have the idea on the first, and you'll be all about it. And
the 15th,
the 15th, and then by what's the President's Day, by the middle of September, February. I don't know what I'm thinking there. February, you are just like, I can't. Yes. I can't do it.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, on that note, we definitely got to take a break. Y'all go ahead and get into this song of the day.
Check it out.
Yes, and we will be right back. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wind Down. Thank you for joining us tonight. We were basically discussing regrets and resolutions. We thought that was, the perfect topic to cover for this here New Year special. We also want you, just in case you weren't here, we want you to check out the Wind Down group page on Facebook, join the conversation. Yep. Let us know what y'all think about tonight's episode and previous episodes. Also, check us out on Wind Down Wednesdays, Facebook and Instagram. Yes. So what, we kind of just want to wrap up what we were discussing. We were discussing regrets and resolutions and, how you should live every day, life to the fullest, so that you can have as minimal regrets as possible. Yes. Yes. So, we think that is very important. If you can't tell, we have been kind of turning up today. We did not start with y'all. Yes, exactly. We didn't mean to start without y'all, but you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all are going to go ahead and get y'all thing on as well. So we have basically been turning up all night. So we want y'all to continue to turn up even after 9:00 because the party don't stop just because we all exactly. Yeah, party keep going. And as a matter of fact, let us know where y'all at. We might come through.
Hey now.
Exactly. Hey now. So we kind of want to go ahead and get into Miss Leah's last words,
which has not happened in a couple of weeks now, but I figured I would bring it back to round out the year.
Yeah.
And it's really simple. It's an unknown quote.
Okay.
And it simply says, "Happy New Year. Have more ideas, success, love, and less regrets."
Oh wow.
Less regrets.
Exactly. Yes. Which is perfect because you know what I mean? It ties everything into, and that's what we like about Leah's last word, Miss Leah's last word. She ties everything together that we discussed for the week. It puts everything into perspective. Have as few regrets as you possibly can. Exactly. Live life to the fullest. Enjoy 2016. Live life to the fullest for the last few days of 2015. If it's something that you did want to do and you haven't done it, you got 2 days left. So go right ahead. Go right ahead and get her done.
She is the motivator, y'all.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Look, as long as there's breath in your body and blood in your veins. Anything is possible. Exactly.
And on that note,
with these low eyes,
we are gonna wish you guys a very, very happy New Year. We wish you guys enjoy. We hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you are safe because we want all of y'all to be here next Wednesday, 8:00 for the Wind Down.
Check us
out. Check it out. And thanks
that's
for
our favorite face, y'all.
Check it out.